everybody? Happy Thursday. Welcome to the Mallett live stream. I'm Tyler, your host for the day. And today we have an exciting episode. We're going to be talking about turning your vision into a build-ready plan. So yesterday we were with Miss Jessica where we dove a little bit deeper into the design packet. And this is going to be a little bit of a continuation of that on a broad spectrum across the entire process. So got a fun one for you today. Stay tuned, but for now, let's hop into the daily content per usual. Happy Thursday, Mr. Tim. Thank you so much for tuning in. Got a little surprise for you on the background on one of these slides later, so stay tuned for that as well. But as always, $500 off your Mallett building if you are a healthcare worker, first responder, military personnel, or teacher and or educators. We just want to say thank you for what you do, helping keep our community safe and educated. So we just want to thank you by giving you $500 off your next building. And speaking of the generosity, it just continues. It goes on and on. Comment cash on a live stream just like this or in the comments afterwards. If you can't watch it now, we understand. But cash will get you $1,000 off your next elite or signature Mallett building. Now, this does not apply to promotional prices or specials, only our regular pricing. But it's $1,000 off. And if you fall into one of these categories, that's $1,500 off, because why not? You know, savings and deals are great. Tiger Cash is a wonderful thing, so make sure you comment cash for your next Mallett building to get $1,000 off. Now, where's Mallett? We are in 87 locations this week and growing. But 69 in Louisiana, 16 in Texas, and 2 in Mississippi. If you add all that up, it gets 87, I'm pretty sure. Math wasn't my strong suit. But look at all this colorful pin drops here. You got control joints, electrical, plumbing, finishes, concrete, on-the-ground items, which is materials that are waiting to be put together. Inspections to be delivered, speaks for itself. Forms and gutters, all going on throughout the tri-state area. So in Louisiana, as I said, we got 69 jobs going on between Rayne, Manny, Reeves, Elizabeth, Cottonport, Church Point, New Iberia, Evangeline, St. Francisville. I'm not going to read all of those, but you get the picture. We're everywhere putting Mallett buildings up. Where's the next spot going to be? I don't know. Where are you located? Let's get your spot on the map and get some pictures rolling, and we will show those off soon. Now in Texas, again, we have 16 locations from San Leon, Port Neches, Dayton, China, Caldwell, Crosby, all over, making fun things happen. Texas, we love to see them going up there too. Now, November specials and promotions, you guys. We got some fun ones, some good ones, and you're ready for them. Say, I'm ready, because here we go. Now, we have a 30 by 30 by 12 building with a 30 by 20 gable extension for $33,999. How awesome is that? It's of course going to have 2x8 scissor trusses, 170-mile-an-hour wind-rated trusses, by the way. Number 1, MCA ground-treated kiln-dried lumber, 4,000 PSI concrete. Concrete is also under every post, so we're going to have a post pad there. 26-gauge metal and 2x12 headers and more. This is just the highlights of the building. Look at that cool spec sheet, pretty much highlighting each of the different areas. Updated graphics are fun. Had a lot of fun doing this. But this is the Mallett special for the month, one of 3 actually, so let's continue. We're gonna have a 30 by 50 by 12 with a 30 by 24. Spider-Man in this thing. With a 30 by 24 gable extension for $44,999. 4,000 PSI concrete, 26-gauge metal, same specs, same amazing features, but larger building, more space. Look how nice that looks. This customer opted to add a second roll-up door. These specials are 1 roll-up door, 1 walk-through door, so please keep that in mind. This customer opted to go more and bigger, which is something you can do too. So if the specials aren't exactly what you're looking for, please be sure to talk to your building specialist and we can work on that. Now, for a 40 by 60 by 12, same specs, 2x8 scissor trusses that are 170-mile-an-hour wind rated, 2x12 headers, 26-gauge metal. Number 1, MCA ground treated kiln dried lumber, 4,000 PSI concrete. Oh my goodness, it's amazing. 40 by 60 by 12 with a 40 by 30 gable extension, $69,999. I don't hear the phone ringing, so whenever you're ready to call in and get your building started with these amazing specials, let us know. Give us a call, 337, I forget the number. 337-214-0428. I'm just kidding. 337-214-0428. Give us a call here at Mallett Buildings and get your special on the books. You don't want to miss it. It ends at the end of November. Then poof, it's gone. Back to regular prices. So be sure you get it while it lasts, you guys. Now, the Rival Series. This one has been an interesting topic of conversation lately, but as always, let's talk about it. Rival Series building number 1, 30 by 30 by 12 for $18,999. Goodness, that's a great price. That's the point. Now, how do we get it to such a great price? I'll tell you in a second, but just know, this is built by Mallett. It's Mallett built, but it's not a Mallett building. What does that mean? These are Mallett buildings. For these specs here, these are Mallett buildings. They come with all this standard. The Rival is not going to have all those amazing things come standard. It is things you can add onto it to upgrade it, but as a standard price, you're not going to get the 170 mile an hour trusses. You're not going to get the 26 gauge metal. You're not going to get all these amazing features that make it a Mallett building. But what you can get is the amazing crews that build the Mallett buildings. So here at Mallett, we've heard a lot of people talk about, well, I can get it cheaper, and that's what you usually get, is cheaper. And on top of that, you have a crew who may not exactly know what they're doing. No disrespect, but we've been doing this 27 years. Our crews know what they're doing, how to build a building. So you will get an amazing price with an amazing crew for as good of a building as you can for $18,999. And I say that because it's not a Mallett building. It's not a Mallett building, but the best builders in the country will build it for you. So keep that in mind. Now, Rival Series number 2, 30 by 50 by 12, $27,999. A little bit bigger, still a great price. Still not a Mallett building. You're gonna be missing out on all of this. And what's not listed on here is the cable lock system that is special here to Mallett. And those are not gonna come on these Rival Series, but for just a little more, on a classic building, it comes with all of that. So think of it as a free addition. You've just a little more. You get all these other things. Everything that makes it a Mallett classic building for not much more, you guys. But keep that in mind. But if your budget is the main concern, we still got you. We've got the best builders in the country. And for $27,999, you can have a 30 by 50 by 12. How cool is that? Give us a call. Now, 40 by 60 by 12 is the final portion of the Rival Series for $39,999. Same as the other two, not a Mallett building, but it is Mallett built. So options all across the board, you guys. If the Classic is a little out of your range and the Elite is just something you're not ready for at the moment, give the Rival a thought. Give it a try, give it a thought. Call your building specialist, talk about it, see what you need and what fits your needs, and we can see what we can do for you here at Mallett. I guarantee we have a building for you. Now, Mallett Ambassador Club. Had a few things moving around, some shakes, some good things, some upsetting things here and there, some mix-up of schedule, not mix-up, but scheduling conflicts. But Mallett Ambassador Club is about to be relaunched no later than the end of this year. We're working out all the fine details to make it as beneficial and amazing for you, our amazing ambassadors. So if you have not been reached out to about this, please let us know. We haven't got a chance to call everybody yet, but we're working on it and the list is being whittled down day by day. But let us know, comment ambassador, and we will get you as much information as possible. I'll let you know the only prerequisite is you must have a Mallett building. So that being said, if you don't have a Mallett building yet, this is the time. We have a bunch of cool specials going on. Give us a call, 337-214-0428. And you too can be an amazing Mallett ambassador. So the 5 red flags. As always, this is not something to throw shade at people, but it is something to raise awareness as things you should look forward to before you get started on the process of finding a builder for your next building. Now, things to consider is the years in business. Check how long the business has been around on the Secretary of State website. I say this every day, every week, every time I'm on here. Mallett Buildings has been around about as long as I have. I'm 28. I know that's not that old for most of you out there, but for a business to be around 27 years, that's an incredible feat, you guys. Most don't make it past 5, especially 10, but here we are almost 3 decades later, almost 30 years here at Mallett. So check how long the business has been around, and you can do that on the Secretary of State website. See how long they've been a registered business, you guys. That's important things. And if they're not even a registered business, that could also be a red flag. Now, licensure, speaking of that, ensure the company you are doing business with is actually a licensed business. You can do this at the LSLBC, which is the Louisiana State Board, Licensing Board for Contractors. Make sure they are a licensed business. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday, Mr. Brad. Thank you so much. Make sure you can do that at LSLBC. And while you're at the LSLBC, you can check for contractor violations. You can ensure the company you're considering doing business with is free of contractor violations, because if they break the law once, they'll break the law a second time. And I don't know how much simpler we can put it than that. You don't want them doing that with you. Here at Mallett, in almost 30 years, we have 0 contractor violations. And we're very proud of that. We're going to continue that clean record moving forward. Now, reviews on the BBB and Google. Don't just take a company at their word. See what the public has to say. Guys, we have over 600 reviews between the BBB and Google, as well as an A+ rating on the BBB. So according to the Better Business Bureau, we are in amazing standing, and we have a lot of good reviews. 4.8 out of 5 stars, over 600 reviews. That's pretty good numbers to me. Those are amazing statistics. So don't just take our word for it. Go see what our customers have to say, and let that be something you use to make your decision. A lot of people don't even have 5 reviews. We have over 600. So keep that in mind. We've earned those. Now, visit the contractor's facility. We have an amazing facility here, you guys. The truss plant is done with maintenance. They're back up and working. You'll probably hear that in the background. We are just making sure things are at the top physical performance every single day, making sure everything is to the peak of every performance possible. And they're crushing it out there, you guys. We also have the roll form plant coming soon. I know Mr. Tim was asking for pictures of that, but that's a secret. You gotta either come visit it in person or drive by the interstate and see it. But more on that to come. We're gonna be doing our own metal work here in the shop, which means better prices and higher quality for you, the customer. Now, back to the Rival series. We talked about this earlier, so we're just gonna breeze over this. The Rival series, which is still probably better than what most other people are gonna try and build, it does not come. How about we just do this? We'll tell you what the Mallett Classic comes with, and just know the Rival doesn't come with that. 26 gauge metal, 5/112 roof pitch, 2x8 scissor trusses, third-party inspected trusses, I might add, 170 mile-an-hour wind rating, Mallett cable lock system. We explained that. That is the aircraft cable that helps prevent uplift. It's called uplift control. It's amazing, only here at Mallett. Concrete under every post to prevent sinking, 2x12 headers, 4,000 PSI concrete, skirt board guards for ground protection, 4-year workmanship warranty, MCA ground treated kiln dried lumber, which is #1, nothing less. In-house engineer, which verifies their designs internally. You don't get that with the Rival. You don't get that with competitors' builds. You don't get that unless you go with Mallett. So again, be sure to consider these things when you are choosing, and this is why Mallett. Now, this is Mallett comparing ourselves against ourselves, because why not? Because we can't compare to anyone else because it doesn't make sense, so we'll compare against ourselves. We just told you what the Classic comes with. The Elite is just that much better. It's our top of the line. It's gonna have engineered 2x8 scissor trusses, but instead of 5-foot spacing, it's 3-foot spacing. And instead of 10-foot on center, the posts are gonna be 9-foot on center. So instead of just a regular 4-inch slab with concrete, you're gonna have a 6-inch 4,000 PSI microfiber reinforced slab with control joints. All that together just means an amazing, more sturdy concrete slab. Now keep in mind, the concrete has no weight on it the way we build. The concrete goes in after. The posts are into the ground. The only concrete bearing weight is gonna be those concrete pads. So your concrete has no weight being bared on it. Keep that in mind. It's not like a traditional stick-built home. Now, you're gonna have the optional radiant barrier with the insulation package, as Mr. Tommy recommended yesterday. Always go for the upgraded, because the Elite comes with a full roof and wall insulation included. In Louisiana, weather's very temperamental. We get all 4 seasons in one day, but we never have them throughout the year. And that's the fun part. But this insulation will make sure you either stay cool or warm, depending on how the weather is outside, you'll be taken care of. Ventilation has a standard ridge cap on the Classic, a continuous ridge vent system on the Elite, as well as seamless gutter and gutter guards, wainscot trim, and we bump it up to 145 mile-an-hour wind load rating. So as you can tell, as Mr. Tim just said, the Elite is the best of the best. The Mallett Classic is already light years ahead of anyone else's buildings, and the Elite is just that much more ahead of our own better buildings. So give us a shot, let us earn your business. We'd love to tell you more, but the Elite's a monster, you guys, it's insane. Now, to the topic for today, what you're all here for, turning your vision into a building-ready plan. How your ideas become a construction-ready design here at Mallett Buildings. Like I said, Miss Jessica did a wonderful job yesterday of going over the packet. If you missed that, it's on Facebook and YouTube. If not, we're gonna have a little deep dive into the full-scale process here today. So buckle up, grab some popcorn, get a soda pop, and we are gonna hop into it. So every building starts with a vision. Most customers come with a purpose. They want a storage building, a workspace, protection for their RV or extra toys, a hobby space, or a party pad. Whatever your goal is, that's your vision here. So the design approval step is where those ideas become real, measurable plans. You come in with an idea, you come in with your vision, you say, I need this 40 by 60 by 12 shop. Okay, what's it need to look like? What's gonna happen in it? What level do you need? All this. And you bring all these ideas to your designer, and they make this into a real measurable plan where they can now give it to the builders and go there, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's finish the slide. This is the moment where inspiration becomes construction-ready detail, as we were just alluding to. Every project is unique. This stage translates your specific why into the layout. A well-reviewed design sets the tone for a smooth project from start to finish. The more information you can bring, and I know we don't know what we don't know, but we have amazing builders and designers here, and the building specialists are also phenomenal. All of them work together as a well-oiled team and make sure all of your goals, dreams, visions, the things you want in your building can become a reality. So working together, coming with as much information as possible allows us to have a smooth, perfect process for your building process. Now, where does that get us? Why design approval matters. This ensures your building is functional for daily use and fits your actual needs, because you don't want to build something that's not going to fit the needs that you're looking for. That makes no sense to me. Now, this confirms compliance with local codes, HOA rules, or subdivision restrictions. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a little secret here. There may be some subdivision specials coming in December. So for those of you who are thinking the 40 by 60 is a little too big, stay tuned for December. That's a little sneak peek. You had to be here live to see it. Now, this locks in accurate pricing and keeps your project on budget, which prevents costly delays or changes later in production. This is not just paperwork, it's the foundation of a clean, trouble-free build. That's so true, that's why we kept it in there. The design approval is gonna be the start of this amazing process to get your ideas into a building. And as long as we are on top of it, crossing our T's and dotting our I's, it makes that process so much smoother. Now, start with a 3D builder. This is a phenomenal suggestion because, again, it gets those ideas from here into a physical, tangible thing. Now, our 3D builder is now currently open for anyone to use. So previously you had to enter a whole bunch of information just to use it, and that can be a little cumbersome. But now it is open, it's free. Check out our website, mallettbuildings.com. Navigate over to the 3D builder, and it's a lot of fun. I was playing with it earlier. I put a plane in a building. So not a bad way. It was big enough to house a plane. So that was a fun little feature. Now, easiest way to explore ideas before talking with a Mallett building specialist. That's so true. Once you submit your 3D design, whenever you call in, they've already looked at it and they're ready to discuss what you've designed and see if that's exactly what you want. It's a phenomenal program, great process. This lets you instantly create, adjust, and visualize your building like we were talking about. It's no commitment. Simply experiment with layouts and options, play around with it. Go see this. My favorite part, I'm gonna be honest, is after you make the building, add a wing, add some gables, front, back, whatever you wanna do, there's scale options on there where you can put objects and scale your building. So you can have, like I mentioned, the plane or a tractor or a combine or a boat or people or whatever it may be. It's super fun, and if you can figure out how to, I don't wanna say figure out, but if you have these fun ideas, you can put a whole bunch of stuff, and you too can put a plane under a roof, and that's a fun thing. Anywho, this is great for early planning or when you're unsure of size. This is a great way to get that scale. Like I said, these objects for scale, they're not just fun, they're meant to be these objects to see if this is large enough for my building. Is my side-by-side gonna fit? Is my truck gonna fit? Is my plane gonna fit? Not gonna put that past a lot of people out there. That's a possibility. But the 3D Builder is definitely a great starting point. I highly, highly, highly recommend spending some time on that if you're serious about getting started on your building or you just want to play around. Now, what you can adjust in a 3D Builder, you can adjust your building size, length, width, height, and shape, your roof lines, pitch, colors, overall style, door, window placements, and door and window type. You can add lean-tos, wings, gable extensions, porches, and more. The same tool our team uses, nothing hidden or limited. Like I said, it's a full feature, open to use, free to use tool, and it's a lot of fun. It's not that difficult to use. It's pretty straightforward. It's just type it in numbers. You can spin it around. You can look inside, outside. The 3D tool, if for nothing else, it's a great way to spend however much time you feel like spending, but I promise it's an awesome tool. Check it out. So visualizing real world sizing. This is the scale options we talked about. You can clearly see if your doors are tall, wide enough for your assets. This helps avoid choosing a building that's too small. Again, the scale features are not only fun, they're practical. So this shows clear spacing around vehicles for movement and storage, and many customers underestimate size until they visually place items inside, and that's so true. When you're looking at a cleared area or even just an open space, it's hard to visualize what's really going to go there sometimes. So if you're not actually out there measuring it and spray painting it out yourself, you're not going to be able to really tell what is going on with the size of that building. The 3D Builder is a phenomenal tool for that. Now, it helps us quote accurately. Your 3D design gives our team a clear starting point for pricing. This shows the features that matter the most to you. There's no guesswork. It eliminates all of that. This helps your building specialist create a personalized, accurate quote, reduces back and forth communication, and speeds up the whole process. The more complete your design, the faster we can serve you. That's what's fun about playing around with the 3D Builder. Yes, it's fun, but it's also very educational for our building specialist on your behalf. So you put your design in, you fill out some information, and submit it. Now, the building specialist knows exactly what you're looking for. They know I want a 50 by 80 building with a 50 by 30 gable extension and a 50 by 20 wing on this side. And whatever it may be, they know you want the alpine green, they know you want the gray trim, they know you want the wainscoting if you're building an elite building. Whatever it may be, the 3D designer has it. It has every feature that we offer and more. So be sure to look into that as much as possible, and it can make the most accurate quote for you and even help you realize if that's exactly what you want or not. So I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Now, after the contract and deposit, so this is a little bit ahead. We have our 3D design, we've talked to a building specialist, we've agreed on a price, we know what we want, we sign the contract, give the deposit, now we're here. So you receive your design approval package, which Jessica talked about yesterday. This document shows every detail of your building's layout and construction. You review it with your design professional for accuracy. This is where you talk to your building specialist. This becomes the instruction manual for production and crews. A clear, accurate package ensures clear communication across all teams. This is where you really want to make sure you read over things, get into the nitty-gritty, and make sure everything is correct. Because if it's incorrect, well, whatever is in that packet is what the builder is going to go off of. So this is the perfect time for you to discuss back and forth with your builder, or with your designer, forgive me, and make sure all the documents show every detail exactly as you want it. Got a comment here, one moment while I read. If you have a 50-foot wide stick-built home with 2x4 walls, you lose 8 inches from stud. Face to stud face. So your inside dimension, on a post frame building the same 50-foot, you lose 14 inches to the inside dimensions. That's very true, Mr. Tim. There are vast differences between stick-built and post-frame construction. A lot of things on that are also due to the girts and things of that nature, as we discussed yesterday, but that will cause differences in, or variances between what you see or what you think you're getting as opposed to what's on the paper. So discuss with your designer about that, and they'll be more than happy to clarify that. So what to receive carefully? Well, what to review carefully? Everything, of course, but a little more specific here. Door and window placement. Your exact locations matter because you don't want your window right where a post lands. So if here's your post, you don't want your window here, obviously you're going to lose that window. Hey, Hey mom, thanks for tuning in. So roof lines, overhangs, gables, and slopes. Review these as well. Make sure they're exactly how you want them, where you want them, the height, width, all of that is very important. Color selections for roof, walls, trims, and wainscoting. Jessica talked about this yesterday. What's shown on the example is not the color of what you're picking. That's where your swatches come in. But color selection is huge. You don't want to get to the building part, have it all framed, and order the metal that's the wrong color. Because if you want a crimson red and get a green building, well, there's going to be a problem, I assume. But the green's really cool too, so maybe you could, consider that green instead. But to avoid that, be sure you review these things carefully. Optional features, make sure you review the optional features because they're optional, they are added in. This is going to be insulation, wainscoting, lean-to, porches, etc. These are all those additional things that make your building more custom to you, so make sure you review those and that they're correct. Interior, exterior spacing, and overall traffic flow. The layout of your building is going to dictate how people move throughout the building. So yes, a lot of times it's an open space, but you want to make sure you have the correct. If the gable's here, you want to make sure things are spaced out properly for optimal flow. Talk to your designer about that. They'd be more than happy to help you. Make sure equipment, vehicles, and doors have proper clearance. We talked about this earlier with the scale example. You want to make sure you can park your plane if that's what you're parking. You want to make sure you can park your truck if that's what you're parking under your gable. You want to make sure it is the proper clearance to safely and properly park whatever you are storing or protecting in your building. Because oftentimes that is what we're doing with these buildings. It's an accessory building. We're protecting something or we're having a workstation or things like that. But make sure you have enough clearance to fit everything in there because that's a bummer if you can't. So take your time reviewing the following. Double check every measurement for accuracy. Things happen. The wife will be ticked off if her building is the wrong color. Smart man, Mr. Tim. That is correct. But, is it really the wrong color? I'm just kidding. Yes, we would all be upset about that. Now, look at how each door opens and what's around it. You want to make sure you're opening in the correct direction. Make sure the hinges go where you want them. Make sure things are appropriate to how you plan them. Imagine daily use inside the building. Storage versus open space. If you know you're storing something here, make sure that's a space that's not a whole lot of traffic. If you're open space, that's where your traffic is. You want to make sure you're in the proper areas, for the proper things you have them planned for. Confirm colors and finishes before approving because as Mr. Tim says, the wife would be ticked off for sure. If something feels off, this is the perfect time to change it. Never just have those gut feelings and ignore them, you guys. If something doesn't feel right, say something. If you're reading something and it doesn't make sense, say something. If your packet if you don't 100% understand anything, say something. We're here to help. We're here to make sure you get exactly what you want, and we don't want any issues to happen because we missed something or didn't explain something entirely. We do this every day. Sometimes to us, it's just a very simple explanation, but to people who have no idea what's going on, it takes a little bit more than that sometimes. So please let your team know if something needs to be explained or you don't understand something. No shame, no judgment. It's just we need to be sure you understand. Now, your eye will often catch details your brain didn't think about initially because, again, back to this, you don't know what you don't know. But when you see it, you 100% know that's not what I wanted. That's not what we talked about. So make sure you have these reviews. Take your time on these reviews. Now, early changes are easy, which means late changes are difficult. Before approval, changes are quick and simple. Minor adjustments can usually be handled in one conversation. No fees unless it requires a complete redesign or reorder of materials. This is the flexible stage where you can explore and adjust freely. See what things are going to cost, see what things are going to look like, see what things are going to flow like. This is your time to make all those changes because it's one thing up here, but it's another thing when we have the packet made and you start seeing it come to fruition. You want to make sure it's exactly what you want. This is the time to do that. Making changes now avoids costly adjustments later. I just said that. So more upfront attention equals a better final building, and better final buildings means happy customers, and happy customers mean we did our job and we love doing our job right. So why approval locks things in? Once approved, your permit can be obtained. Keep in mind, when your permit is attained, that's what you're building. Materials are scheduled and begin moving into production. Your material delivery week is now assigned. Your project is placed in the official build queue, and that means it's on the calendar. So all teams rely on the accuracy of the approved plan. So once your plan is in action, that is what we are going off of. That is what the whole team is looking at and saying, this is the agreed upon plan. Any variance from that, time, money, delays, all those things no one wants to have as an issue. So this is when your project truly starts moving forward, because we have an approved plan with a posted permit. Make sure you post the permit on the property, visible and can be seen. This is what begins to have everything moving forward in a well-oiled assembly line. So late changes can delay your build. We just talked about that a little bit, but let's go into a little more detail. After approval, redesign fees may apply for changes. Like we said, once things are approved, stamped, ready to go, permits done, if you decide to change something, it starts a lot of the process over again. So that's going to cost fees and time, which we don't want. Materials may already be ordered or cut, limiting flexibility. Adjusting doors, colors, layout, or size may shift your timeline, as we just talked about. Production schedules are built around the approved design. We stress early accuracy to protect your timeline, not ours. We are going to be building every day, always, as long as we're around. Our timelines are flexible. Your timeline is way more important, because we want to make sure it's built when you need it built by. So to do that, everyone has to be on the same page. We all have to understand exactly what's going on, when it's going on, when changes happen that delays the timeline. Thank you, Mr. Tim. We stress late changes can cause weeks of delay depending on material availability. That's another big issue. We have to order a lot of material. So buildings, that's all they are. It's a bunch of material put together masterfully by our amazing builders, who are the best in the country, by the way. Now, changes can cause delays because we have to reorder those materials. We have to recreate those materials. We have to redo a lot of that stuff. That's delays. We don't want that. Make sure our changes happen in the early process. Now, the purpose of design approval. This ensures everyone, office, production, crews, works from the same plan. This is what we're talking about. We all have the same goal, the same plan we're looking at, the same production line. This ensures that goes the right way. Eliminating guesswork, miscommunication, and unexpected surprises. That's huge. You want to make sure those things are not happening. No guesswork, no miscommunication, no unexpected surprises. This all leaves you happy, which makes me very happy, because we don't have to worry about, is the customer happy? We know they're happy if this all goes according to plan. This also keeps delivery, framing, forming, and concrete on schedule, which just pushes your building along that much faster. It also provides crews with the exact layout needed for a clean build, making sure that it's not only fast, but it's quality as well, because we love and care about our workmanship and craftsmanship here. This also protects your projects from unnecessary delays or redesigns. A solid approval equals a smooth building experience from start to finish, and that is the goal here at Mallett. Smooth from start to finish, so we can have a happy customer at the end. Now, if you're ready to start designing, which means you can visit our 3D builder. It's free. It's available anytime. If you're up at 2:30 in the morning, up at 3 in the morning, can't sleep, whatever, check out the 3D designer. I can't promise it'll help you sleep, because like I said, it's actually really fun, but check it out anytime. Explore as many layouts and ideas as you want. The possibilities are endless. There's no limit on what you can do. There's no limit on how many buildings you can build. Build to your heart's content. Build a design that fits your lifestyle and needs. If you need to build a 200 by 150 or whatever it is, go to the 3D designer and build it. And then when it's sent, we can get you a price for it and we can talk about it. When you're ready, we'll take that design and bring it to life, because that's what we do here at Mallett. We want to take your vision and make it a reality. Your vision plus our process equals a building designed to last. And that is what we're all about. Now, thank you so much for watching. If you're ready to get started and you're ready to buy a building, check out the 3D designer. And if you've already done that, or you just want to bypass that step entirely, I get it. I can be a little impatient too. Give us a call at 337-214-0428 and we'll have a building specialist get with you as soon as possible, and we will start your Mallett building journey. We really appreciate you watching. Thank you so much, and we'll see you tomorrow for the week in review.